No one did anything here. They're just like, what does a flounder look like? Okay, put that in the movie. Okay, what does a crab look like? Okay, put that in a movie. Done. Easy million. Goodbye.
Hello, I like money.
What inspired you to build a second Krusty Krab right next door to the original?
Money.
All I really wanna see is the money. I don't really need a D, I need the money. All a bad bitch need is the
Wait! Before we get started in this remake, please do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button right at the bottom. The Little Mermaid stars Halle Bailey, Melissa McCarthy, some dude that played Prince Eric, and
Dude number 3.
Devon Diggs, he plays Sebastian. It is the remake, the latest remake from Disney. I feel like they're unnecessary. From Aladdin to Lion King, they've all been just subpar because it doesn't have that magic of the animation that they had before.
Yeah, my problem with a lot of like Disney remakes is that they're soulless and dead-eyed. And I think this falls right in line with that. This is just another soulless, dead-eyed remake. I don't think they usually put a lot of effort into these things. And I think the same can be said here. I think there was one bold move in this film, and that was hiring a black actress to play Ariel. But that is so superficial that it has virtually no bearing on the story at all. If I were to really try to stretch it, if I try my hardest to put something on it, you know, maybe her being another race from her love interest, maybe that shows the distance between them. So maybe you could try to put something on that, but beyond that, no. Sometimes there are real controversies and sometimes there are fake controversies. This was very obviously a fake controversy. If you're upset or if anybody's upset about a black woman playing Ariel, there's nothing I can ever do to change your mind. I think you're just a bigot and that's the end of that. I can't really address you. I don't know what to say to you. You know, you're not going to like this movie. So, you know, you're probably not watching this review because there's 2 black people on screen. So I'm sure you're smoke coming out of your ears right now. But, aside from that, this movie is very bland, very bland. Yeah. Painfully unnotable, mostly because it's almost a 1-to-1 remake of the 89 Little Mermaid. I guess if I'm going to be more specific here, there were some small changes and maybe some notable changes for the better, where we understand more of why the king doesn't like humans. In Little Mermaid 2, they explain that Ariel's mother was killed by humans, but this was never explained in the original Little Mermaid. And I did like, you know, take me if you want to, I don't care. I did like Awkwafina's little rap song she had in there.
Yeah, so, you know, that was good.
That was a nice little addition. Very Lin-Manuel Miranda. But other than that, it's pretty run of the mill.
Me and Devin saw this together.
Right, I was in Atlanta, so me and Tyrone, 2 grown men, went to go see Little Mermaid, arm in arm. Had a grand old time.
right in the back, right next to the kids, and we was like, move out the way with your fake princesses dresses and stuff. Get out the way. Move your tiara out the way now.
That's right.
We're supposed to be up in here watching this. Our audience were mostly children.
They didn't seem to be paying any attention. I thought the kids were, there's some kids running up and down the stairs.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They were chit-chatting and talking. Like, I didn't think this movie caught any kid in our audience's like attention. They didn't seem to care.
That is true. It caught the adults' attention in here that brought the kids.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
They were up here like clapping. They clapped at the end of the film,
and they were singing some of the songs. And
I can say that the shining light in this film for me would be Halle Bailey's performance, especially when she sings, because she's a wonderful singer. I mean, I was in awe of her voice and stuff like that. And the whole controversy about, oh my gosh, she's black and Ariel's white. No, that doesn't make any sense and doesn't go. It doesn't. She disappears into the role of Ariel.
See, I wasn't even particularly in awe of her voice. Not that she's a bad singer. I didn't see anything notable. Like, I don't know. If something really stood out to me, if something really stood out to me, I will tell you, you know. I didn't see anything notable. I know she's a celebrity and I know you're supposed to be falling all over yourself for that. But if I'm being really honest, like if I'm really looking at it, I didn't see anything particularly special or notable about it. Not good or bad. Like, so I'm not saying she did a bad job. I'm just saying it was fine. You know, she did the thing. She did what she was supposed to do and she left. Right. Totally unoffensive.
There's one thing that was in this film that Devin leaned over me and said, he said, this movie's kind of dark, ain't it? I'm like, yeah, it is. It is.
I can't see shit.
I can't see fucking shit out of this thing.
What about you, Robert?
Can you see? Not too good. I mean, if I don't move my head, I can see you pretty good.
Like, I know a lot of people who will say it's supposed to be dark because it's underwater, stuff like this. You got to understand, we're watching a movie, something that's supposed to be into another world. You know?
Yeah, but why does it look like this? And it wasn't even the only aquatic movie to come out within the last year. Didn't Avatar come out within a year? And I mean, it looked fine underwater. Like, the image itself looks dark. Like, it looks like someone needs to like go to the camera and just like turn the iris up. You know what I mean? Like, it is just, it's dark. It's a really dark image. Now, maybe it was just our theater, you know? Maybe our projection, the projectionist wasn't that great, or who knows? But I thought our image was dark.
Even some parts where Prince Eric, he was up there searching for Ariel, it was very smoky and foggy. You can barely see anything. I know that's what they were kind of intending it to be, but it was really, really dark up there in that scene, which kind of reminds me of a lot of House of Dragon scenes, because that show came out last year and everyone was like, man, every time it's nighttime, it's like someone put a blanket over our heads.
Right.
You know? I can't see in this fucking thing. I can't breathe in this fucking thing and I can't ride in this fucking thing.
Well, fuck all y'all. I'm going home.
But at least that one had an excuse, right? They could say, and this is what they often said, that it might just be your TV. You know, maybe your TV isn't accurate. We went to a movie theater, so it should be pretty freaking good. And like, I don't know, our image was really dark, so I couldn't really enjoy. I can't tell you whether the underwater scenes looked amazing, because they didn't for us. They looked, to me, it looked kind of muddy and murky.
I kind of feel like the only scenes that was good was the ones with Ursula, with Melissa McCarthy, because she had the glowing tentacles and stuff like that,
which tipped me off that maybe it is just the image. If something was messed up with our projectionist, I don't think even those scenes with Ursula would have been bright enough.
Other than the color grade, you can't really pull anything from this film that you haven't already seen in the original film.
This movie reminded me a lot of the Lion King remake a few years ago, where we got these like anatomically correct looking lions, and all the animals looked like real animals, and we lost a piece. We lost something through that translation. We lost the expressive faces, we lost the excitement and the color, and we ended up with this, what I thought was like a bland, boring looking film with nostalgic music. And it's the kind of the same thing here, where I think the movie is, other than it being so dark, I think it's painfully bland. And even the parts that aren't bland, like with where they made Flounder look like an actual fish, I thought he was cuter in the '89 version, and now he looks like a nasty fish. He looks like he stinks. So like, I don't know, why would you want that? You know, I don't understand. I mean, it's fine. It's not like distractingly bad, but you like lose a piece. Like, you're like, why does Ariel care about this one fish so much? Exactly. And there's like a million of them that look just like him under there. How could she even tell which one's Flounder? You know,
but Sebastian looks like a horror movie.
Exactly. He's like, no one did anything here. They were just like, what does a flounder look like? Okay, put that in the movie. Okay, what does a crab look like? Okay, put that in the movie. Done. Easy million. Goodbye. And we're done. You know, like, this movie is very much like the original 1999 version for good and bad. So the good might be the music, but the bad might be the way this movie portrays love is a little old-fashioned, where where Ariel falls in love with Eric, having never met Eric, right? She never met this man, so she's just like, Daddy, I love him, and it's like, why?
Daddy, I love him.
He's a complete stranger. You haven't even exchanged words yet. She loves him so much that she's willing to give up her mermaid powers, you know, of her siren song voice and her tail, and then Eric also responds very strongly to her, even though she is like literally a very silent woman the whole time. Like, Eric is like, oh, I like you. you never speak back. The perfect woman. Hearts, you know, so for good and for bad, you know, it feels very, very unmodern. That's a very unmodern love story.
Some people might have an issue with that.
Kiss the girl. Kiss the girl.
Yeah. Go ahead. That dude. It's like, oh, okay. And they're really about to make out, and like she did not say the word. Like, so I was like, oh, okay.
Sha la 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 la, get in the bed. You want to give her some. Come on,
it's a family show. Family show. I don't understand this Disney remake thing. I mean, I guess I understand it from a business standpoint, right? But again, I don't work for Disney. I don't care about the bottom line. I only care about my personal entertainment. So I don't get the draw of it. Like I guess the nostalgia. I don't know. This to me is really boring, and judging by our audience, that the kids didn't seem to be like particularly like wrapped up in the film. So, you know, this just feels like a money grab. And I think it's like such a shame. And I know we've got more of this coming, right? We know we've got another live action Moana coming. Like I know we've got so much of this, and I think it's a shame.
People were saying that if it does well, then we can get a Princess Tiana. and Princess and the Frog coming out. This film is another direct copy from the original story. Halle Bailey did a good job just being Ariel. No problem with her. No problem with her acting chops. Definitely no problem with her singing chops or anything. Everyone else did a good job. Melissa McCarthy did a good job. It's not nothing new. It's kind of hurting Disney in itself, because it's like we're looking at Disney and we're like, you're not innovative anymore. Okay?
Or they're just not interested. I don't know if they're not innovative. They're just not interested. They're doing the very least it takes to get this movie in the theater.
Yeah. So with all that being said, I'm going to give this a C.
Great. Yep, I'm giving this one a C-. I thought this was a painfully uninspired, bland, boring, unnecessary remake, and it's just another one to throw onto the pile. In 1 week, no one's gonna remember this movie ever existed, and poof, it'll be gone. If you really liked the 1989 Little Mermaid and you don't want them to change anything, you think of that movie as the Bible, then great, you'll probably like this. I wish they'd done something different. I wish they did something more imaginative, but they didn't. And you know what? What's interesting is I was in Atlanta, and I'm sitting next to you, and of course I just want to hang out with you, you know what I'm saying? But again, like I can't. So the movie just felt like a barrier in the way. So I'm like, yo, this movie fucking end so we can do something fun. It felt slow and it felt long, and I know the movie was not particularly slow or particularly long. It just felt that way.
Would you recommend that people to go see this in the theater?
No, I say skip this movie, skip it when it goes to streaming, skip it in general. If you want to watch Little Mermaid, watch the 89 version. This is not better. At best, I'm talking God comes down and touches this film. At best, it's equal.
It's not necessary for you to do it because the original is already there. It is exactly the same thing. If you want to see Awkwafina's raps and stuff in there and Lin-Manuel's songs in there, check it out on Disney Plus when it come out there. But it's definitely not worth going to the theater. But more importantly, do you like this film? Get in the comments and let us know what you thought of the remake of The Little Mermaid.
Let's count all the money, money, count all the money, money, count all the money, money, count it up.
Thank you so much for clicking on this video. We really appreciate you guys. Our subscriber count's been going up. People has been talking to us in the comments. Continue to do that, all right? Give us ideas on stuff that you want to see. So if you're new to seeing us, please get in there and subscribe at the bottom, all right?
It's right there.
If you did like this rating and review for this film, please hit that thumbs up. Or you can hit that thumbs down, whichever you choose. It is your opinion. Just remember one thing, it is mostly wrong. See you guys in another video.